between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over first down at their own 27-yard line.
It's Hill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The Lions at 9-3 here on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there. Forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. We're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the 1st. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
14-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This defense for the Vikings, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case...
And in for the Lions, touchdown! Brock Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Hill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Just beating the play clock is Hill. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that run.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
That one first down. He's going to sneak it. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
At the 3-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They snap it on 4th to Hill. Steps away to his left. Going deep here for Landry. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Williams will try again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Williams will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play fake. Hill. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack.
But that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hill. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Landry now in motion right. Third and long. It's Hill.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down, Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Hill.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hill's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The kick by Joseph is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Khalif Raymond. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
A shotgun snap for gone.
This one swung out to Williams.
Touchdown! Jamal Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Off of play action, Hill.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. But he is out of bounds is, but not before he's inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There's Hill. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw is Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Goff throwing again. Finding Williams once more, complete. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's gone. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Targets and falls.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
17 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48.
He was brought down by It's a pickup of 6.
Cook now off the read option.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Hill.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Cook now off the read option.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal.
Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
Goff going to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because
That gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing on third. Goff. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, here's Goff. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 49-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Here's Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Again, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis C. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year.
I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong, like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be acting brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down.